All right, what's up, everyone? Eddie here, back with another stream. We got a couple things that I want to cover World Cup today. This is mainly what this video is going to be. I'm going to do World Cup. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of NBA, and I'm also going to be doing the NFL in this video. It's going to be an all-in-one video. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I really appreciate your guys' support before we even get the video underway. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please go and hit that button. It just helps me know what people like and everything else. I'm at 17 subscribers right now, and I mean, I've had some of my videos get almost 100 views. So if you subscribe, even if you don't watch the channel a lot, even if you don't even know who I am, just subscribing helps me a lot because, it just kind of gets me publicity and it helps for when I start to get a little bit more serious with my posting and of videos here. So thank you once again. Also like, comment, subscribe on these videos. If you like it, again, that also boosts my videos, makes it more popular, which more people will then see. Um, and if you comment, it gives me a chance to interact with people. If you comment something, if you have a take that you want me to hear, if you have something that you disagree with, make sure to throw that in the comments. I like to respond. I like to have a conversation with sports. It's one of the best parts. You can debate it a lot. So, yeah, make sure to do that. That just mean the world to me. Also, I do want to point out this is not really me. I am going to start editing his videos a lot. But my brother has officially started a YouTube channel. He does Twitch streaming for Call of Duty. He does a lot of stuff. He's trying to qualify for Optic Gaming here coming up. So make sure to go check him out. His is going to be Sensei Ghost. I will actually, I'll type it out over here. Um, Make sure to go check him out. I'll type it up here really quick. That way you guys can kind of see that. See if I can get it. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. It is all one word. Um, and then the O is actually a zero. That's kind of how he does it. But yeah, it's up here, as you guys can see. Maybe, oh, the S didn't get involved. Um, there we go. Um, okay, there we go. Sensei Ghost, just like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can try and blow it up a little bit more. Um, Sorry, I'm still getting used to how it looks on camera. Um, Go 96. Let's just blow this up. So if you guys can see that, this is his YouTube channel. His actual Twitch channel um, is going to be this second part right here. It is the same name. It's just that he has to do it a little different. Um, and it is that. So yeah, go check him out. Again, the top part is his YouTube, the bottom part is his Twitch. He live streams on Twitch. Then I edit some clips and stuff together for him. As you guys know, I do video editing, and I edit that together for him. He's got one out. One is going to be coming out. I'm recording this in the morning on Wednesday, really early in the morning. There's another one coming out today, and then there's another one that'll be coming out Thursday morning. I'll try to get a couple more things together for the next coming days, but finals week is coming up, and this is when grind starts happening for studying, so probably won't hear from me too much. But without further ado, I'll leave this over here on the side. I think there's not really not a lot of room. Um, you know what? No, I'll just leave it here for right now. So yeah, go make sure to follow him there. For those of you who also don't know, I'll leave that here for just a couple minutes. That way you guys can see it. Um, we also do Bloomington Buddies, which I know you guys have known. I talked about it before. Go follow that YouTube channel and subscribe there. We'll be doing another video this Friday. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We've had a lot of crazy stuff go down in the round of 16. Obviously, the round of 16 just ended today with two crazy wins, one that was a shocker and one that was just a blowout. But we're going to start with what all started it: the United States topping Iran to be able to move on and go into the round of 16. Major deal for them. This was a major chance for them to keep going. They looked really good with Pulisic. And Weah, they had a lot of good stuff going for them. Matt Turner is an absolute god. I mean, he's rivaling Tim Howard right now. Tim Howard was a fantastic goalkeeper. So they look really, really good overall, and I was really, really looking forward to them moving on. But sadly, they lose 3-1 to the Netherlands. The Netherlands look really good. I can't fault them for that. I think they played very well, and I'm not that upset. I think that we won to make it to the round of 16, which was great. and just knowing that we were in the top 16 of the teams was really good to know. Next game, as you guys know, I'm an Argentina fan, so this was pretty amazing for me to see my team make it, even though they struggled with that first game where they lost to Saudi Arabia. Um, but they end up pulling it out, going into the round of 16, and then they end up winning 2-1 against Australia. It was a great win. Messi scored again. That pushed him to 707. Oh man, I had this stat memorized. Gosh, give me a second. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. Uh, uh, Gosh, 756. I knew it was something six. 700 something with six at the end. So 756 goals in 1,000 soccer matches. That's ridiculous. He's played 1,000 matches. Um, and he has officially become the all-time leading scorer of any Argentinian. So yeah, I mean, he's really shown out. He, in my opinion, I know that there's the talk between him and Ronaldo. I will always lean towards Messi just because I think that with what he's been dealt, he's accomplished more, and he's done it while remaining loyal to his team. Obviously, the reason he left Barcelona was not because of him. He tried to stay, he tried to take pay cut, but Barcelona just did not want to work through it, and that ended up coming back to bite him in the butt. So our Messi, in my opinion, will stay forever the GOAT. But yeah, they won that, and then go down here. It looked like we had England against oh gosh, Senegal. Senegal, sorry, had to think for a minute about the flag. England just easily handled them 3-0, 3-0. Sorry. I always make fun of that because it just sounds funny. It's 3-0. But people are always just trying to talk about that. Why soccer announcers say that? It's just how they pronounce it. We move on here. This was one of the bigger games. Was definitely France against Poland. France easily handles them, of course. I think France is still one of the favorites. I honestly think that at this point, we see Argentina, France, and we see Brazil, Portugal, and then we will see a Brazil Argentina final. I think that Argentina against France will be a fantastic semifinal. I just think that Argentina, I hope that they are able to pull it off because I want Messi to hoist that trophy before he leaves. Um, but we'll talk about that here in just a second. Um, so yeah, France ends up winning 3-1. Not too much of a big game there. I mean, France just looked dominant. Then we come over here and we get the first of the exciting games. We have a 1-1 tie, and then we have a 1-1 tie still, or a draw, after extra time, which means we're heading to penalty kicks between Japan and Croatia. Croatia was in the World Cup in 2018 along with France, and then they go to penalty kicks, and Japan cannot get it past the Croatian goalkeeper. He's able to read them nonstop, and he's been able to, he read them. I want to say he blocked the first three attempts. And of course, they made one, and then Croatia hit one to win it all. And they won 3-1 in penalty kicks. So they advance. So now we have both of the teams from the 2018 World Cup that were there that are officially technically in the round of eight. And then next we had the favorites as of right now, the Brazil team against the Korean Republic or South Korea. And people thought this may be close, but they were up 4-0 at the half. They did not score in the second half, and then they proceeded to only allow one goal, and they proceeded to walk off with a pretty easy win, so where they will advance to play the Croatian team. I want to say that game is next Monday. I'm blanking on it. I'll figure it out. Um, then we ended up today, actually, well, yesterday, we had two fantastic games. This is by far the biggest upset of the World Cup so far, in my opinion, with what we've seen. Spain and Morocco facing off. Spain, a highly favored team. They've got such great attackers and defenders. They're just an all-around really good team. They have a 0-0 draw. Um, Going into extra time, and then of course they draw at the end of extra time, where Spain almost scored three times. One of them was offsides. It was really, really crazy. They go to penalty kicks, and Spain cannot hit a single penalty kick. They end up missing all of their first three attempts, and then they also, um, and then of course Morocco hit three, which made it easy victory for them. And Morocco pulls off the upset to move on fantastic job by the Moroccan team. I can't be mad. I like Spain. Again, I'm a Barcelona fan, so that's obviously in La Liga. Um, and so, that is kind of a sad time for me. Danny Alves, or not Danny Alves, sorry, Jordi Alba is on that team. He's probably done now. Really sad. Jordi Alba is a longtime Barcelona player for a while, and he will be missed. I really miss him on that team. That team was one of my favorites. But then we move into the biggest blowout by far. Ronaldo was actually benched, and he ended up getting benched. And I didn't get a chance to read all the details because I've been kind of moving around a lot today. But they end up still beating Switzerland 6-1. Portugal coming out just nailing the coffin. Um, Also, I wanted to bring this up against this Brazil game. They were kind of getting revenge. For those of you who watched the World Cup of 2014, they lost to Germany 7-1 in Brazil, where it was taking place. Neymar was hurt. That whole team was struggling. They were favorites to win the World Cup that year. They end up getting blown out by Germany, who would then go on to win the World Cup over Argentina. Um, but they wanted revenge. They almost got to that 7, but they did not. Portugal, on the other hand, almost did, literally. They end up going up 6-1. They end up winning 6-1, all around just dominant performance by the Portugal national team. So hats off to you guys. They honestly are going to win this next game, I think, pretty easily. Now we move on to my predictions. This is a little bit of a different take. I usually recap or just kind of give you standings, but now we're doing predictions. So I'm doing my own bracketology, I guess, for this. Um, so we have the Netherlands and Argentina right here. If I'm going to give my prediction, I'll go ahead and write it in. That way you guys have it in writing. If I'm giving my prediction, as of right now, gosh, I hate this. As of right now, I'm going to say it's going to be Argentina. I think that's pretty easy to say. And I'm going to say they're going to win 3-1. I think 3-1 is pretty respectful. I think they're both very good teams, but I think that just in the end, I think that all right, let's there. Argentina, I think, is going to end up winning this game 3-1. That's my prediction for that. Here, France, England, this is going to be a better game, in my opinion. I think that it'll be a lot closer, but I think that in the end, if I'm going to be honest, I think France is going to pull it off. I really want to see, I want to see a France. I want to see a France Argentina semifinal, and I think France pulls it off. I'm going to say 2-1. I think that game will be very defensive, a very good defensive battle. I think France will end up scoring 2 goals. Um, nope, no mind. I'm changing that. I'm changing that to 1-0 in favor of France. I think that it'll, like I said, defensive battle. I think France only is able to sneak by 1 goal. Over here, Brazil, Croatia. Croatia, you did a great job. In the last World Cup, kind of surprising everybody. Um, Oh no, Control Z. Um, it was a really good try those last years. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this, guys, by the way. Just make sure to go follow him. Really good content. I'll be editing a lot of it. Um, Croatia, you did a good job last time, but Brazilian team is back to its full strength. And I just don't think that there's any way that they end up losing to you. I think that Brazil wins once again 4-1. I think Brazil is just going to dominate here. Um, and then I think that, as much as I hate to admit it, I would love to see an Argentina-Portugal final, low key. I think that would be fantastic just because I want to see Ronaldo Messi in the final. Um, but I think that Portugal is going to end up winning this one, and I think that they win it 4-1 as well. I think they're going to blow them out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say 4-0. Hot take. And then from there, what I hope happens, what I really hope happens, um, I want Argentina, and I so badly want Brazil to make it out of here. And that is what I'm hoping is going to end up happening. So I'm going to say Brazil is coming out, and I think Argentina will come out. I think, if I'm being real, right here, Argentina is going to end up drawing, and then Argentina is going to win. I'm going to say 4-3 in penalty kicks. I think that it ends up going to penalty kicks between these two teams. I think these two teams are going to be pretty locked and loaded. I think that both these teams are phenomenal teams. Obviously, they wouldn't be here if they weren't. But France and Argentina, I think it's going to come down to extra time. They're going to both have a goal by then, and then it's going to be 4-3 in penalty kicks in favor of the Argentinians. And then over here, I think Brazil handles Portugal. I think they win 3-1. I think that's a fair assessment there. And then your champion has to be. I'm sorry, it has to be. Your champion, easily, in my opinion, is going to be the Argentina national team. I just think that they are by far, um, in my opinion, they will remain the best team, one of the best teams ever. Sorry, I'm trying to type this. Oh my gosh. Um, So yeah, your champions is going to be Argentina. I think Argentina is just all in all, I think they're the better team. I think that don't get me wrong. I think that the Brazilian team is fantastic, and I think they've got so much talent. Neymar is one of my favorite players still to this day. But I think that your World Cup 2022 champions, which is taking place in Qatar, are Argentina. I think they deserve it more than anybody. Like I said, I want to see Messi hoist that trophy before he retires from national play. Let me know in the comments if you guys disagree, if you guys have other predictions here. But yeah, everything I wrote here on out is the prediction. And I mean, things are gonna go sideways. If I'm being realistic, I think I'm 100% right up to the the remaining four, the final four. I do think Argentina, France, Portugal, and Brazil is pretty much dead set. There are a possibility that Croatia or England could knock off France or Brazil. I think Morocco and Netherlands are going to have a hard time beating both those powerhouses, but that's going to be a kind of, a last second thing here. Um, all right, so giving you World Cup, I wanted to start off with that. Now we're going to move on to you guys are seeing all how I do things. I kind of structure things differently. Why in the world is this like this? I don't know what is happening. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, something went wrong. It's never a good thing when this happens. It usually means that there was an issue. Um, oh boy, that is not what I want. Zoom out, zoom out. There we go. All right, so this is what I want to talk about now. We're going to move into NFL talk. As of right now, these five right here in the red are what I'm thinking are the top five powerhouses. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward that these five are pretty set in stone as of right now. Number one, you have the Philadelphia Eagles at 11-1, the league best. Jalen Hurts is having an easy MVP season. As of right now, he is my MVP favorite. I mean, just all in all, AJ Brown has probably come out. I will say he may be most improved player. I mean, he's coming off ridiculous. Like, it's insane how much he's playing well. Devontae Smith is still playing fantastic. Dallas Goddard has been coming off great. Shout out to Jason Kelsey. I mean, I love the man. I'm a Kelsey Brothers fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I still like Travis Kelsey. I think they're great guys. They're funny. They actually do have a podcast that I do like to listen to. You should go check that out. It's called New Heights. It's super, super funny. They have special guests. They just had Patrick Mahomes on, so go check that out. Um, but the Eagles, just all in all, are having a great time. Darius Slay is the best corner in the league right now. You can fight me on that. They had a great pickup with C.J. Gardner-Johnson when they traded with the Saints. He's coming off. He's fantastic. They obviously got Roquan Smith. Wait, Roquan? Did they get Roquan or did they get? Hang on. Just want to double check because two Bears players left, and I just want to make sure that I got the right one. Roquan Smith is no, Roquan went to the Ravens. So that means that gosh, testing my knowledge right now. Holy crap, I cannot think. Um, Fletcher Cox, Robert Quinn. That's who it was. Jesus, I could not think for a second. They've also got some other great players on here. As you can see, Avonte Maddox, Josh Sweat. I mean, obviously Fletcher Cox. But yeah, they've got a great team. Kobe Dean. I just could not for the life of me, for some reason, think of Robert Quinn. That was bothering me. Next, of course, I think is easy. The Chiefs at 9-3. I know that Bills fans are going to hate me for this because they're both 9-3, and the Bills beat the Chiefs. But the Bills' losses have been like to tougher teams, and they've been closer. Um, and I think that they've just been losses that should not have happened. I think that the Chiefs just overall are starting to produce more, and I think that in the end they will end up probably going a little bit higher in the rankings. I think if the Bills can get their stuff together, they should win the Super Bowl. I mean, with the roster they have, it's ridiculous how they are not doing better than 9-3. They should honestly be undefeated right now, but they're not. Number four, as much as I hate to say it, I hate the Cowboys with all of my mind, all of my body, all of my soul. As a Giants fan, the Cowboys are just horrid, but they are a really good team right now. I mean, they're sitting at 9-3. Um, they are really, really good. I mean, Dak Prescott's coming back after his injury, and now he's finally decided to show up. I mean, he really has. He's finally starting to, kind of show the quarterback he should be and he can be. But it's also just a matter of, what are we going to see from him? Um, in my opinion, keep Tony Pollard. I would trade Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is okay, but Tony Pollard has proven to be better. I mean, I'm sorry. Ezekiel Elliott had his years. He's just not the same as he used to be. Um, I mean, that team is still stacked. I mean, CeeDee Lamb has been coming out insane. And I just think overall they deserve to be fourth. I mean, I hate them. I hope they lose, but they won't. And then of course number five is the Vikings. The Vikings sitting at 10-2, the second best in the league. The reason I have them down here is because the Cowboys absolutely demolished them, and they just have been looking off. Justin Jefferson, as of right now, in my opinion, is the best receiver in the league. He is destroying everybody. It's ridiculous. Um, but overall, yeah, he looks really, really good. Um, then yeah, I think that rounds it out. Now the green section here you're seeing, this is what I'm going with as my division winners. As of right now, Eagles obviously, Bills obviously, and the Chiefs obviously, they're the top three teams in the league. The Vikings will easily win that. I mean, think about it. Think about how crazy this is. Last year, the Packers were 13-3, and they were in the NFC Championship game. And this year, they are 4-9, and they are third in their division behind the Detroit Lions. Like that's ridiculous. Um, I mean that's just insane to me. So yeah, Vikings will easily win that. Bucks as of right now, I'm winning. Tom Brady's finally starting to show back up. They are sitting in even 500 after a crazy win against the Saints, where they came back. They scored in that last play, which made Brady the second time that he's come back from being down 13 plus points in the fourth quarter. The only other time he did that was, I'm sorry, Falcons fans, against you in the Super Bowl, which is who they're topping in the division right now. I did pick the Falcons to begin with, but the Falcons they started off really good and then they kind of just fell apart. I don't know what's going on. People are going to hate me for this, but now that we know Jimmy G is out, I've stuck with the Seattle Seahawks winning this pretty much since like day three. Um, it's ridiculous how good they are with the team they have. They're doing so much better than the Broncos, which is so ironic. Um, but yeah, 49ers I have over here, which we'll talk about what this section is in a minute. Um, which I don't know. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Um, but yeah, I think Seattle wins that division, especially now that Jimmy G is out for the season. I think that Seattle will have the upper hand here. Titans, obviously, there's nobody in that division that's even close to scaring them. The Colts suck. Sorry, eat it. Jeff Saturday, great. I'm glad for you, but no. And then the Ravens. I'm getting a little bit of controversy with my friends on this one, and I understand. But I think that when Lamar comes back, I mean, that team is just unstoppable. I mean, I know my team's beat them, and they've had a couple of close wins that they should have won. I think they'll pull it together. This is the section that I'm calling my top five of the low five, which is a stupid name. I know. Don't make fun of me for it. But what it is just like the five teams that are kind of like they're good, but they're just like barely below like the division leaders. For instance, San Francisco, they are leading the division right now, but Jimmy G went out. Kind of disappointed in that. The Jets have fallen off. Miami is up there because they are close. I think going Tua's kind of been, struggling lately after his injuries. But that team was really good, and they will make the playoffs as well as the Jets. I think they'll make the playoffs. That my Giants, of course, are right there. If I had to pick a sixth, I would sadly pick the Washington Commanders. Think about it. The NFC East went from the worst division to the best division. Every team in the wild card right now in the NFC is the remaining three teams from the NFC East besides the Eagles, in the order of the Cowboys, Giants, and the Washington football, or the Commanders now. Sorry. Um, but yeah, the Bengals, of course, are literally tied with the Ravens, but the Ravens are atop of that division. So yeah, kind of crazy. Um, let's see. We'll do NBA. Why not? We'll do NBA. Got no reason not to. Let's go ahead and get into NBA really quick, and then we'll call it a night. Over here, Western Conference. I'm a little disappointed as this is like I've got 7 teams in my view here, and my team is not in it. That's depressing. It's sad. I'm kind of mad, but we'll get to that in a minute. Suns obviously the best team in the Western Conference. They look it. They've played like it. They deserve it. No doubts. Second team, the Pelicans, is not actually a surprise. I mean, Zion has been coming out. That team just looks fantastic. I think that that team is just overall a really, really good team. Third, not a surprise, is the Nuggets. The Nuggets did. There were some NBA games that just happened. I think the Nuggets just actually lost, so they're technically 14-10. They lost to the Mavericks, who are now 13-11. But I think the Denver Nuggets are still the third best team right now. They are ridiculously good. Jamal Murray is kind of off and on, but that's how it is. Memphis Grizzlies 15-9. John Morant is carrying that team, and we'll see the same thing we saw last year. They're going to choke in the playoffs. Sacramento is the shocker here, 13-9. Sacramento, I'm not shocked though. I called it from the beginning that Sacramento would be a playoff team. Whether they make it barely by the plan, I still think that they are the best team. The best team now. A better team than they've been in the past couple of years. I mean, they're really, really good. Um, the oh my gosh, guys, it's ridiculous. I can't talk. The Trailblazers are here. I'm actually going to move my cam back over here now. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Um, okay, so the Trailblazers are here. Um, they're 13-11. Dame is coming out strong. He's been playing really well. That team overall is pretty good. If I'm being realistic, the Clippers and the Jazz, I think I made this, but in my opinion, right now, I think the Jazz are better. They've played like it. I think the Jazz they were better at the beginning of the year. The Clippers are just falling off. The Clippers literally just lost to the Warriors, which I'll talk about in a second. The Mavericks just won. I'm putting the Mavericks up here at 7, Clippers at 9, Jazz at 8, and I kind of want to put my Warriors above them just because they've played better. I think the Clippers are just struggling right now. But I'll keep it like this right now just because I have the records here. But just know Mavericks 7, Jazz 8, Clippers 9, Warriors 10. Timberwolves have been disappointing at 11. And then these 4 are kind of self explanatory. Pretty obvious. They all kind of suck right now. Um, Over here, we'll talk about. Oh, I don't need to do that. Boop, 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 boop. All right, over here, Celtics, the best record in the league. I mean, they're coming off of a finals loss, but they are coming back with heat. Unlike the Warriors, they got better almost. Um, and they've come out and they're playing great ball. The Bucks came out, they were number 1, and then they had a couple of games where they fell off. They're 17-6, but they are still, in my opinion, the second best team in the league. Then the Cavaliers picking up Donovan Mitchell, coming out strong, playing fantastic, sitting at 15-9. They're the third best team easily in the league right now, or third best team in the East. I would say they're probably the fifth best team. No, I'm gonna say the fourth best team. I think that they are better than the Pelicans. I think so. You can fight me on that, but Hawks are sitting at 4. This entire division, though, after these first 3 are kind of horrible. Hawks at 13-11. And then the Nets. I put the Nets above the Pacers just because I know the Pacers have nobody. At least these two now have Kyrie, Kevin, and they'll have a little bit better of a chance. The Raptors at 12-12 they're good. I put them above the 76ers just because, Fred VanVleet has been playing well. And I think that that team just all in all is a better team. The Heat are kind of a disappointment right now. I put them above the Wizards just because, well, they're the Wizards. Bradley Beal should have left if he had the option. They suck. The Knicks, again, are disappointing. I put them below the Wizards because they're just really disappointing. The Chicago Bulls, bro. All right. I'm from Chicagoland area. I have so many friends that are Chicago Bulls. Y'all need to stop talking like, oh my gosh, we got such a good team. We got a chance to go. No, you don't. You said that last year. This year, you didn't really say that because obviously you have so many injuries. But last year, everybody was like, oh, we got such a great team. We got Lonzo, we got Zach LaVine, we got, DeMar and all these guys. No, you guys still suck. The Hornets is a disappointment just because they don't have LaMelo. But when they get him back, they'll pick it up from there, I think. The Pistons and the Magic are the same every year. They just both suck. It's kind of like these two teams ever since Harden left the Rockets and the Thunder. They just kind of all three really, really suck. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Go back down here. Here we go. Go back down here. We'll zoom out so you guys can get one last look at how this is going to look. Argentina champions. I like it. I feel confident. Messi's hoisting that trophy. Um, I got to give score predictions for the final. I didn't even think about it. Argentina is winning, and I think they win. Um, let's go with they win. They win 2-1. I think they win 2-1. I think that's a good score. So yeah, 2-1 to Argentina for the final. But yeah, if you guys have any, again, comment, like, subscribe to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to be posting more content like this as the World Cup moves on. As the NFL season draws to the playoffs, I'm going to start making my playoff predictions in about a week and a half to 2 weeks. A lot of videos are coming over Christmas break. I mean, I'm going to be home for 3.5 weeks. I'm going to record a bunch of videos. I'm going to probably, what time is the World Cup on Saturday? Because the World um, Cup final um, is 10 a.m. on Saturday or Sunday. It's on the Sunday. That's perfect. Thank goodness. Because I am going home Saturday, so I will live stream the World Cup final. My reaction video to that. That's kind of how it's going to work. Um, yeah, so that's kind of how we're going to do that. But once again, guys, sorry for talking so much, but thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. More videos will be coming. Love you guys. Peace out.